Hey everyone, this is Hector with Road to Strength. I want to thank you for coming on this slightly cloudy, rainy Thursday. Um, Today we're starting with Flex. So again, Flex is our stretch session. We'll take 20 minutes. We'll take a break after that for about 5-10 minutes, and get so that way I can get myself ready to then teach Get Up, which is the boot camp. So I put in the chat box the info for the playlist, for Spotify. So if you guys have any questions on that, you guys can always, send me a comment in terms of what music you want to listen to. Also, you can reach out to me in a couple different ways. You can reach out to me on Instagram and Twitter at Coach Hector M, or Discord, which is just a mobile and PC Mac application that you can send messages to people directly at Road to Strength, hashtag 2587. The R and the S are both capitalized. So, without further ado, we're going to go right into Flex, just so that way we have enough time to go through everything that I want to get to today. Again, I'm playing around with a couple different things. I got a new camera, and setup is a little bit different than what it has been. So I just want to make sure that this is working very well, and that we can, keep this going the way I'd like it to. So, again, thank you for coming on. Looking forward to taking this class with you. And to get things started, we're going to start with a ankle glide. So pretend I'm at a wall. Okay, so if this right here, the kind of where the frame of the closet is the wall, my hands are on the wall. My right leg is maybe an inch or two away from the wall, and I want to drive my knee over to like the pinky side of my foot. So again, I'm driving it out to the side, not collapsing it into the middle. We're going to get 15 reps, and what the big thing I want you to focus on here is when you do this, keep that foot or the heel down on the floor. There shouldn't be much movement with the heel. The heel should not be lifting as you are doing this. If it is, then you're doing this wrong. Okay? So we're going to get 15. Again, hope you guys are having an awesome week. Only have a few more hours left of the day, and hopefully for some of you, if you have Fridays off, hopefully you're getting excited for that. More. And good. We're going to now switch sides. So from here, same thing, hands up against the wall, and we're just driving the knee out. Now the reason why I like to do this is I like to think of stretching and mobility as a bottom-up approach. So if we can work whatever's going on at the bottom of our body, aka our foot, it'll help alleviate some of maybe what could be a referral pain. There's a joint-by-joint approach theory where, like, sometimes if there's knee pain, but you didn't do anything to injure it more or less, it might just be more of a referral pain that something else is not working the way it should be. Again, if you are in pain though, by all means, please reach out to your primary care physician. Make sure that gets taken care of. Also, if you need to get physical therapy, by all means. Those are some methods to make sure that you are taking care of yourself and going about it in the right way. Last one. And done. From here, we're going to go into a hamstring stretch. So I'm going to take a seat. And reaching for the toe. And again, with this right here, as always, as I always say in all of my classes, I'm just going to take a small step back just so that way you can see what I'm doing. Use this time as your own time. Okay, so take a nice deep breath, and then exhale, let it out. Okay? Don't, this is your time. This isn't, time that you should be thinking about work. That should almost be kind of like a back process where your mind is trying to figure it out, but you're not consciously thinking about it. Great job, everybody. Great job. And we're going to just switch sides, doing the exact same thing, just going the other way. And you may notice that from side to side, you may be a little bit tighter one side over the other. Nothing wrong with that. Again, I want to thank everybody who is coming on right now to take Flex. Sorry for that. Dog's a little amped up today. She was just, I think she could hear me, but she had no idea where I was coming from. And great job, everybody. We're going to then go into a half kneeling hip flexor stretch. And again, as you can see, I'm not wearing sneakers. There's a reason for that. I personally like not wearing sneakers while I'm doing this. Just because it'll help with just getting a good feel and digging, the toes and the feet into the floor, getting proprioception in the body. So we're going to go into that half kneeling hip flexor stretch. So making sure that my knee is driving out to the side like during the ankle glide. I'm going to squeeze my left glute as tight as I can, and I'm digging my left toe into the floor. So just showing from the side, digging my left toe. Now, if you squeeze that glute, you may feel that stretch right in the hip flexor. So it's that muscle that most people will feel as always being tight right in the front of the hip. If you don't feel that stretch, just go with the left hand. So my left knee's down, my left hand's going to be above. If my right knee was down, my right hand will be above. Reach for the ceiling. Now, if you're still not feeling much, just get a little bit of a side bend. Okay? Awesome job, everybody. Nice work. Nice work. Again, thank you for those who are watching this. I really appreciate it. If you want to put comments in, feedback, by all means, I'm more than happy to take a look. And let's switch sides. So we're just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to face the other way. So again, I'm digging my right toe into the floor. Now from here, my right arm is overhead, squeezing that right glute. In my case, I just felt like a little bit of a pop. As long as there's no pain, again, that might just be the way the ligaments and everything are kind of placed. It may have just kind of almost like a guitar string, just kind of we kind of played a chord. So again, reaching, or just a little bit of a side bend, just to get that stretch right in the hip flexor. Hopefully you guys have something fun to do this weekend. I know the weather's supposed to be really nice, so if you guys can get outside, whether it's in your backyard or on your deck, by all means, try to enjoy that sunlight, because we haven't been getting too much of that this April. It's been a pretty rainy April. And awesome job, everybody. Awesome work. So from here, we're going to go into an upward and downward dog, okay? So I like doing this just to kind of get the back to loosen up a bit. Again, whichever order you want to do it in is perfectly fine, whether you do downward dog first and then upward dog, or upward dog and then downward dog. Again, whatever feels most comfortable. We're going to get 12 in each direction. So the way I like to start right on the floor. The hands are going to be by my shoulders or under my shoulders. Extend through the lower back. Again, go as far as you feel comfortable. If there's pain, do not go to that point of pain. Then I'm just going to bring myself back. Hands slide back a little bit. And then return back down. So again, right up. Just hold this position for a couple seconds. And then right back. And then right back. Good. And just regulate your breathing, okay? So I'm taking a nice deep breath in. And then as I'm transitioning, I'm exhaling. Back into a nice deep inhale, and then relax. Let's get 4 more. Great job. Two left. You should start to feel a little warm, like you're almost trying to build a little bit of a sweat. And let's get 1 more. Again, thank you for everybody who is attending the class. Right after this, we're going to go right into our next drill or movement. And good. Nice work. Now, from here, we're going to go into some hydrants. Okay, so with the hydrants, we're in that all-4 position. We're in that all-4 position. So hands under the shoulders. Whether you're making a fist or palms down, it's really up to you and what feels comfortable on the wrist. The knees are under the hips, and the knees are about, just a little bit wider than hip distance. And then we're digging the toes, so that way they are also about hip or about hip distance. So if you really notice, there's almost a straight line from my hand to my knee to my foot. Okay, so from here, what we want to do is we just want to bring the leg right out and right back in. Right out, right back in. What I don't want to see is this and then return back. So we got 12 reps. This is 3 right here. Let's get 2 more. And done. Good, we're going to now face the other way. Again, if you want to grab water at any point, or if you have a window that you want to open because it is getting warm, by all means. So again, same position here. So we're going to go with the palms down or making a fist on the floor, whichever feels most comfortable. The hands, knees, and toes should be in a nice straight line. Okay, so about maybe shoulder width apart. And again, we're just going to go with the knee right out, right back in. Right out, right back in. And it's not so much shifting onto my left knee that I want to be focusing on doing. It's keeping that left glute really tight. And this is 12. Good. So it's keeping that glute that's on the still side, the side that's not moving. It's keeping that really tight, so that way when you do go into the movement, you're not shifting or leaning over to that side. You're keeping a nice even weight distribution between the knee and the opposite hand. Again, on that non-moving side. So, great job, everybody. We're going to move into some prone arm rotations. So I'm going to have you lie on your stomach, face down. Now, I'm going to go with my knees bent just for space purposes, so that way you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to start with my knees, or my arms overhead. So my arms are overhead. Palms are facing down. Okay, so palms are facing down. And what I want to do here is just rotate and bring the hands down towards the hips. And now my palms are facing up. And then return right back. We got 15 reps. This is really good on the shoulder blades, getting some thoracic mobility or T-spine or ribcage mobility for those shoulder blades, especially when we're sitting at a desk for long periods of time. We're almost done, everybody. 4, 3, 2 more. Last one. And done. Great job. Great job. Now, from here, we're in that all 4. We're still staying face down. Now, what you want to do here is when you're face down, it's almost think about going into a pull-up. Okay, so you're pulling right down and then right back up. Okay, pulling right down and then right back up. Again, we're going to be doing this face down, and we're going to get 12 reps here. Okay. So, really actively pull down and then right back up. Actively pull down, right back up. Good. Two more. And done. Great job. There's 12. Now, we're going to move into an all-4 position with a T-spine rotation component to it. And this right here will pretty much mark the end of the session for today. So again, I want to thank everybody who's coming on right now. Again, I'll be off for a couple minutes after, and then we'll go into Get Up, which is the boot camp class. So again, hands should be directly out in front of you, but underneath you at the same time. And I'm relaxing, sitting my hips back onto my heels. Now, hand is behind the head, and I'm just going to bring the elbow over to the opposite arm, and then rotate out. Right back, and rotate out. Good. We're going to get 12. Keep it up. There shouldn't be too much rotation through the lower back, or shifting too much through the hips as you are doing this as well. One more. And done. We're going to then face the other way. Do the exact same thing. Hips back on the heels. Hands out in front. My right hand's going to go behind my head. And again, 12. Bring that elbow to the opposite forearm. Opening right up. Now, what you should also be doing is this little triangle that you're making at the bend of the elbow, bend of the arm. You want to be able to look in the corner of your eye at that triangle, more or less. So again, elbow, open up, open up. Let's get 3 more. One. And done. Great job, everybody. Awesome work. Nice work today, everybody. I want to give you guys a round of applause. Again, really happy to see everybody. Hopefully, you guys were able to feel a little bit better, especially where we did a lot more upper body work towards the end, just to get everything feeling loose, especially when you probably have to go back to your computer or laptop to get work done for the rest of the day. So again, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to come on and watch and partake in Flex. I'll be on in about 10 minutes or so for Get Up at 12:20. And again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, Instagram, Twitter, at Coach Hector M, or Discord, Road to Strength 2587. Be more than happy to answer whatever questions that you have, as well as, hopefully I get to see you guys next week on Tuesday at 11:50 for Flex. Have an awesome day. Have a great weekend. And let's try to stay positive and just try to help friends and family out.